Hey guys, in today's video, we are talking about the pros and the cons of the Thaynes neighborhood in Park City, Utah. So if you are thinking about moving to Park City, if you're thinking about buying a vacation home or a second home, Thaynes is one of the favorite neighborhoods amongst the locals. It's a great neighborhood also if you are relocating here. So the first pro about Thaynes is the prime location. Thaynes is basically like Park Meadows' twin sister. When people think of Park City, right, they think of the Park City limits. They think of Old Town. They think of the heart of Park City. They think of everything where the White Barn, McPullen White Barn, the iconic McPullen White Barn is, and into town. That's what people think of Park City. So if you know where the McPullen White Barn is, that is where Thaynes begins. So there is a street called Meadows Drive. You take a right on it. That will bring you into the Aspen Springs part of Thaynes Canyon, which is literally pretty much right after the White Barn. If you were to turn left at that stoplight, Meadows Drive, it would take you to Park Meadows. And I also have a video of the pros and the cons of Park Meadows, which is another favorite neighborhood amongst people who want to move to Park City, have a vacation home here, or are relocating. These two are subdivisions, right? They are you get a lot more space when you move into these two neighborhoods. Thaynes is just one of the best locations that you could ever look at. You're right on the Park City Golf Course as well. So Park City Golf Course is a public golf course. You're right by a Nordic track. So in the wintertime, where the White Barn is, all of that land that is between St. Mary's Church and the White Barn is a Nordic track. So if you love to cross country ski, you basically have a Nordic track right there. And also the Park City Golf Course turns into a Nordic track as well in the wintertime. You're also really close to Silver Star. So Thaynes is a huge neighborhood, and it's important to know that it starts at Meadows Drive, sort of by that White Barn area. It goes up into the hillside. It has tons of subdivisions, similar to Park Meadows, but you don't have as many condos, townhome types things. You have just really big houses. And Aspen Springs is one of those areas where you get a lot of land, really big houses, and it has tons of trees. The nice part about Thaynes is that you're really secluded and it's really private, and it's big houses, big lots. Sometimes you're even there is a lot of privacy if you're way back up on the hillside. Two of my favorite subdivisions in Thaynes are actually Aspen Springs and Iron Canyon. Now Thaynes Canyon also spans all the way out to Silver Star, which is a chairlift at Park City Mountain Resort. That is another great option if you're looking for something ski in, ski out, and you want to be close to a chairlift. It's often not as talked about, sort of underrated, it's underlooked. There's a little cafe there, there's a bike shop, there's a ski shop. So Silver Star is kind of a really fun place to also be looking if you are looking for like a condo or a townhome. Then you also have like Three Kings Drive. What I love about Thaynes is that everything is named after like a Park City ski run. So you've got Payday, you have Three Kings Drive, Thaynes Canyon Drive, right? Thaynes is a chairlift at Park City Mountain Resort. So a lot of the street names are named after runs at Park City Mountain Resort. The second pro about moving to Thaynes is that it's absolutely stunning. It's one of the most beautiful neighborhoods because of the trees. So like the fall time, it has so many aspen trees that are just absolutely beautiful. And if you're way tucked up back there on the hillside, it's just really, really pretty. The next pro is the proximity to Park City Mountain Resort or Deer Valley. When you are moving into Thaynes, you're in a neighborhood that is right in Park City proper. It's not an urban neighborhood, right? It's not high density. There's larger homes. It's a larger subdivision similar to Park Meadows with how it spans, because you're spanning all the way from the White Barn all the way over to basically like Park City Mountain Resort by the golf course over there. Is the access to outdoor activities. You literally can jump on a trail, you can jump on You're close to Nordic skiing, you're close to alpine skiing, you're close to mountain biking, you're close to walking trails. If you want to walk your dog, if you want to go for a hike, you're really close to the Armstrong Trail, which I believe the trailhead is there at Silver Star. So if you love summer hikes, then you can cruise over to the Silver Star side of Park City Mountain Resort, which is often less busy. And so you have great access to all things outdoors, not to mention you're really close to Deer Valley and Park City Mountain Resort. Thaynes is definitely closer to Park City Mountain Resort than Deer Valley, but you're still really, really close to Deer Valley as well. Next pro is that you have luxury homes in this neighborhood. These homes are massive. They are huge. They are custom homes. The higher up you get in Thaynes, so Aspen Springs, Iron Canyon, those homes tend to be larger and bigger and nicer, and similar to something that you might see at Deer Valley. You might see some contemporary homes here and there, some farm homes here and there that have been redone, but for the most part, you will get a very large home. Sometimes you need to spend $3 million and it's a complete fixer-upper, and you have to go in and completely update the property to make it what you want it. But that is just Thaynes for you. It's very similar to Deer Valley. It's also very similar to Park Meadows. The next pro about Thaynes is that it's very peaceful and it's very quiet. It's one of those neighborhoods that is very underrated because it's expensive. It's expensive to buy into Thaynes, and when you're buying in there, it's a little bit more expensive than Park Meadows, just a little bit. This is the neighborhood where Tony Shea bought a lot of properties before he passed away. He bought a lot of properties in Aspen Springs, which is Thaynes Canyon, and also Old Town. The next pro about Thaynes Canyon is it's in the Park City School District. This is a huge plus. People who move here want to be in the Park City School District. So that is something that is a pro of this neighborhood. Here are some of the cons. Obviously, Thaynes is a very fancy high-end neighborhood with luxury homes, so it has a high cost of living. The median sales price for a single-family home as of year to date is $3.8 million. And land over here runs you about $2 million for land in this area. The area definitely is home to some bigger lots that actually have farmland, that have horse properties. Thaynes Canyon, Iron Mountain, they tend to weave kind of back towards the hillside there. So there are some properties in this area that do have horses. Not every property would be horse property, or that you'd be allowed to have animals like farm animals on. I think the next con of this area is just sort of limited housing options. This neighborhood is really similar to Deer Valley, so you just don't get a variety of styles. Every home is pretty custom to whoever built it. Not a lot of affordable options in this area. This neighborhood does not have a lot of affordability. You're spending $3 million to get a fixer-upper, and I mean fixer-upper, I mean like a dated house. The next con of this neighborhood is the snow, right? I mean, look behind me. This is April, my friends. April. This is April. We just had a massive snowstorm. There is so much snow in Thaynes. When I was driving around, like the snowbanks were literally as tall as my car. So you definitely get a lot of snow in this area. So if you don't like snow, then this might not be an area that you can live year round in. And the next con is that Park City in the summertime does have a high risk of wildfires. So Thaynes being really close to a mountainside, having lots of trees, having lots of aspen trees, it does have a high risk for wildfire. The county does everything they can do to prevent fires. However, like in the summertime, we do get dry. For the last 2 years, we've had a drought. This year, that is clearly not the case, but we do have risks for wildfires in the summer. Next con would be traffic. So because Thaynes is located in the 84060, which is in the Park City proper area, in the Park City limits, you're going to have a lot of stoplights on 224. So when you buy into Thaynes, sometimes you end up living in a bubble because you don't want to drive out to the junction. You don't want to drive to Salt Lake. You don't want to drive to Kimball Junction in the evening time when there's ski traffic from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. because you're going to be sitting in a long line of traffic. So there are pros and there are cons of living in Thaynes. And if you are interested in moving to Park City, my name is Nicole Bowdle, and I'm a local real estate agent here in Park City. And I think if you like Thaynes, you'll definitely want to know about Park Meadows too. So make sure you go and watch this video next.